bring you greetings all the way from Anglican Chapel Abakro. I am your friend, Pastor Ugo Cyril Onwuka. Today, I wish to introduce a very new book that we wrote, and this will be so helpful to all of us, especially the singles who are preparing for marriage. This book is titled Things Singles Do in Their Relationships That Affect Their Marriage. Men, you've got to grab a copy of this book, go through it, and it's going to open your eyes. So for those of us who are planning and are praying for a successful and an enjoyable marriage, I think this book is recommended for you. We've talked a lot about singles and their relationships, and this book will go along to open your eyes in preparation for a wonderful marriage. Thank you. As for that, all the sections, the chapters of this book are quite interesting, and I don't know how to put it in all the chapters. You've got one thing or the other to pick about it. Very important to your life, very important to our society, very important to maintaining good relationships. We talked about undefined relationships. You know, there are some guys who keep clustering around a girl, but they don't open up. They keep nodding themselves over the young lady, and at the end of the day, you discover they go out and marry another woman. The lady in question loses, and things like that. You've got to read this book. It will open your eyes to know how to run your relationships, especially when it has to do with singles, preparing for marriage, courtship, and all that. You need to go through this book. I recommend it honestly. Somebody from the age of 18, whether male or female, should go through this book, because I think at that age you ought to have started planning to marry, or you started nursing the idea of settling down. I think from the age of 18, this book, even 16, 16, it will be helpful to all of them, especially this time now. Even a girl of 13 years has a boyfriend and things like that. So I recommend it. At least any girl who is up to puberty should get this book. Read it early enough to prepare yourself ahead of time, because if you don't get these facts here, you may be deceived by some guys, and at the end of the day you discover that you have gone into what you can't really come out of. And in this book we said something very striking. He said, think today before you stink tomorrow. April 23rd, this month, April 23rd, yes, that should be a couple of days or a week gap today, and by God's grace we'll be launching this new album. This book was written by myself, Pastor Ugo, and my wife, my beloved wife. Yes, I call her my hobby. Mrs. Chioma Ugo says. So both of us put heads together, and this is the first fruit of our marriage in writing. Yeah, we put it together to help singles who must have gone through some of the things we passed through, and we think this book is going to help them to prepare and to settle down well. I said we'll be launching this book on 23rd April. That should be on a Saturday, 2022, barely a week plus today. And I encourage all of us, if you are around locality, to please come around, cheer us up, and support us that day. Grab a copy of this book. For now, it's not going to be that expensive, but you need to come up with something to encourage us so that our ink doesn't run dry.
Alright, my people, Naso Siamo. This one is a very special book that is written by our brother, our friend, and a devoted pastor, Cyril Onwuka. Come the date of this month, roughly a week from now, and is calling all they can hurry, go it any denomination of your choice, just come for the inauguration, and as well to support these intellectual books that you cannot do without. It's a book titled Relationship, What Singles Do That Affect Them in Relationship. And that has been unto this one, my good people. Even if you are married and you find it worthy to be there, you are well and highly invited. Alright, Mr. Street, please can you say something about the book once again and the dates?
Okay, by God's grace, this book is a product of inspiration, not just intellectualism. We were inspired by God and the Holy Spirit to put these things down, and I think anyone reading it will equally be inspired, and it will edify whosoever going through it. Remember, I said we'll be launching it on 23rd of April 2022. I wish you be my guest that day. Thank you so much.